Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back here at Ciocca Ford of Lawrenceville in Lawrenceville, New Jersey to check out this top of the line 2024 Ford Bronco Sport. This is the Badlands trim, four-wheel drive. All the options you could want in a Bronco Sport is in this Badlands. Plus we got the upgraded 2-liter EcoBoost engine. So we're going to check this out and you can let me know if you're looking at a Bronco Sport. Are you going to go top trim and spend much more money than you would on a Big Bend or an Outer Banks? You let me know as we go through the car. So let's dig in. Front end of this Bronco Sport Badlands with the Oxford white and the black. It's a classic color combo. I think it works. We have a full spread of LED lighting up front, including the fog lamps with the Bronco name in white. We do have down below 2 recovery hooks, as well as we come around to our wheel and tire setup on this Bronco Sport. What we have here is a 17-inch machined aluminum alloy carbonized gray wheel, the Bronco badge on the center cap. Now these wheels are wrapped in Pirelli Scorpion ATR tires, 225 on the width of 65 series sidewall 17s, all 4 corners, 4-wheel drive. Moving on out, the Oxford white with the black looking good. Now Bronco Sport Badlands ground clearance 8.6 inches. So let me know how you feel about that as far as going off-road. But as we move in closer, we do have the Badlands call out on the front door. Flat black side view mirrors, no turn signals, color match front and rear door handles. Up top, the black roof, standard antenna, standard sunroof. Rear end of our Bronco Sport is a very flat back to the vehicle, so there's no roof spoiler coming off the top. We have a small wiper down below on the glass. We do have LED taillights, standard bulbs for turn signals. The Bronco Sport in white in the middle of the tailgate, and then we have flat black down below on the rear bumper with the exhaust tucked up underneath. We're under the hood of this 24 Badlands, and what do we have for a power plant? Well, we have Ford's 2-liter EcoBoost inline 4-cylinder engine mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, 250 horsepower, 277 pound-feet of torque. The Bronco Sport can tow up to 2,200 pounds. MPGs, 21 in the city, 26 on the highway, 23 combined, and the engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? Well, top trim action is a top trim price, so here we go. Base price for the 24 Bronco Sport Badlands 4x4 is $38,390. This vehicle's got quite a few options on it, and we'll check those out when we go through the window sticker. But once we add the options in and a destination and delivery fee of $1,595 from Ford's Hermosillo, Mexico assembly plant, we have a total MSRP from the factory of $44,700. That's a big number for a Bronco Sport, so let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver door panel, we'll move on in, and we do have some soft touch all the way up top. We do have this ebony roast matching trim with the ebony roast leather with the cross stitch on a nice soft armrest. Flat black on the switchgear. We have 3 memory seat settings right here, but we do not have power fold mirrors. Down below, a good sized door pocket. The upgraded B&O sound system is in this vehicle. Footbox, nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator. The all-season Bronco Sport mats in the vehicle. Seating wise, we have full power seats for the driver. We have power seat for the front passenger, but no power lumbar. Then we have the ebony roast leather with the stitching, with the black insert in the 2-tone with a little ebony roast poking through the ventilation holes, which looks cool. Then we have an Alcantara microfiber suede material in and around the bucking Bronco badge on the seats. Nice and soft, really nice looking interior. Front passenger door panel, same as the driver, except we don't have memory seat settings. Up top on the dash, soft touch. Then we got some black plastic and then a huge glove box. Infotainment screen, here we are. It's partially integrated with a couple of heat and air vents around it, but it's Ford's 8-inch Sync 3. Now, in my view, if you're going to charge almost $45,000 for a Bronco Sport, we should see Sync 4 in here, not Sync 3, because we do have the nav that's built in, but it is wired CarPlay Android Auto instead of wireless like Sync 4, and the pinch to zoom could be a little bit better. Sync 4 is much smoother. But we go back to our home button. You have your different screens you can have up. So we can go to audio where we have Sirius XM as well as your other radio stations. You can go to phone to go ahead and Bluetooth your phone. You got your navigation screen. You have your different apps right here. Traveling for Sirius XM, you can go to your settings, set up your sound settings, your clock settings, Bluetooth your phone. You can do everything right here. The swipeability is good though. Wi-Fi hotspot, you get over-the-air updates. So that looks good. You can go to your vehicle settings and you can go in deeper where you can go ahead and adjust your key as far as and set up your remote start, as well as your window wipers, lighting, and door locks. You go to lighting, you can set up your auto high beams or auto lamp delay in here. So it is a really nice, easy system to use. I just wish they went Sync 4 in a vehicle, in a Bronco Sport, I should say, that's this expensive compared to the lower end models where we're in the low 30s. We're 10, 11 grand over the top of the price of a Big Ben, for instance. And now, if we go to reverse, huge backup camera, nice and clear with trajectory in your toe center line. So I do like the backup camera. Go back to park and we're out of there and we're back to the beginning. As we come down further, we have our volume and tuning knob, four-way hazards, engine auto stop start on or off, seek for your music, and that sort of thing. Push button start is right down here. More of this ebony roast trim. Rubberized area in here to lie your phone so it won't slide around, which is nice. Down further, we're going to go with our dual climate. So I do like the fact that we have dual climate in here, and when you adjust the temperature, it's going to show up on your screen just like that. And you can sync them together. We have 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger, and a heated steering wheel, so you're all set there. Down further, we have a 12-volt USB-C, USB-A, and a wireless charging pad. We do have the dial to go through this 8-speed automatic with manual. And then down further, we have our electronic emergency brake, auto vehicle hold on or off. Down here, you have your GOAT modes, goes over all terrain modes. We'll show you those when we go through the dash. Trail control, traction control off, four-wheel drive lock, and of course, lock the rear diff. As we come back to our two cup holders with a little mini cappuccino holder, espresso holder in the middle, and then our Bronco Sport key fob. Here it is, unlock, lock, remote start, panic button, Bronco on the back. And then we have a nice leather ebony roast, very soft armrest. Open it up, and we have a nice area for storage with, again, a USB-C and a USB-A. Here's our Badlands steering wheel, leather wrap wheel, nice 10 and 2 notches, the bucking Bronco on the horn button, round bottom wheel, but I have plenty of room to get in and out of this boxy Bronco Sport, no problem. On the left, on the flat black, on your switchgear, you have your adaptive cruise, volume, and that sort of thing over here. And then on the right side is where you're going to get your telephone voice commands, controls for the digital dash. We do have paddles to go up and down this 8-speed automatic manually if you want to. On the left stalk, you got your high beams and turn signals. On the right, front and rear wiper. Down on the left here, you have the pop to tailgate. You can adjust your headlights and fog lamps, bright and dim the dash. And then we do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. And then we have this digital dash action where you do have analog gauges for your speedometer and tachometer, and then a 7-inch digital display in the center. So we'll take a look at the GOAT modes as we spin the dial. Here we go. We have normal, eco, sport, slippery, mud ruts, sand, rock crawl. And then we can come back the other way, and you're back to normal. So there you go. And then you have more information in the middle with additional screen action that you may want to see when you're going down the road. Overhead console, got a nice big spot for your shades. If you want your dome lighting to come on and off, you open and close the door. This button right here remains in the center. So when you open the door, lighting comes on, close the door. Your lighting will dim out, no problem at all. And now, controls for our sunroof. So on the right side, there's the shade. You hit that, one touch, open it up, it goes. And then one touch on the glass, open it goes, wind buffeter comes up, glass goes back, one touch on the glass back, and then one touch on the shade back. No sweat. Now, our sun visor with our home link right here built into the sun visor. We do have a vanity with lights. And does it slide? Yes, it does. Getting in the back seat of the Bronco Sport, but before we get there, the rear door panels, same as the front. Same materials, same use of design, so I like the consistency of design front to back on this Badlands. Now, seat is set for my driving position, and a nice flat roof means getting in is easy. Once I'm in, I got plenty of room for my head, shoulders, and knees at 5'11". The ebony roast leather all the way down, and we do have a zipper open for our seat pocket. And then look how nice it's quilted on the inside. It's very nicely done. But this is designed, if you're off-road, you can stuff stuff in here, zip it up so nothing's going to get wet or dirty when you're going on the trails. And we do have the same kind of pocket behind each front seat. And then in the back, we got 2 heat and air vents here in this rear command center. And then down further, USB-C, USB-A home power source. So you're all set for connectivity and power. Heat and air back here, rear seats, same ebony roast with the black insert perforated and the microfiber suede insert on the seat and on the headrest, but I don't have a Bronco embossed in here. It would have been nice to do that on all the seats, but they are really nice and comfortable. And then our center armrest, nice and soft, 2 cup holders. So it's really specced up nicely here. You're just going to have to let me know as we continue to go through the car if all of this nice leather and all these nice accompaniments in here make you want to spend almost $45,000 on a Bronco Sport. So keep that in mind. Getting in the back of your Bronco Sport, it's a manual tailgate, but you can open the glass separately. So if you come to the back, right by your backup camera, there is a button for glass and a button for door. So if you punch the button for glass, you hear it pop, then you can lift it up. And now you can just put stuff in or take stuff out separately. So that's nice. If you want to open up your tailgate, you hit the door button and you have to lift up. Nice big square opening, nice height on the door. And now what we're looking at with the seats up, 32.5 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this Bronco Sport. Moving in closer, here are the Bronco Sport carpeted floor mats right here. And the all-season mats. We have the all-season cargo mat in right now. We open this up. Look at that, full-size spare. Love it. Thank you, Ford, for that spare. Now, in the back here, we do have lighting. We do have tie-downs. We do have a 12-volt right there and a home power source in the back as well. But what we don't have is levers to drop the rear seats. But if you have arms that are long enough, you can just reach forward, hit the button, and push the seat down. Push the button, push the seat down. And now, once they're flat with this nice boxy shape, we're looking at 65.2 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this Bronco Sport Badlands. And one other thing in the back, we do have our lighting for the interior, but on the left side, in between these tie downs, we have this light button here. And when you turn this on or off, it turns on the LED lights that are in the tailgate on either side. So it'll light up an area in the dark while you're standing underneath it, and then you can just turn them off. That's a nice touch. Window sticker on this 24 Bronco Sport Badlands. Here we go, Bronco Sport Badlands 4x4, 2-liter EcoBoost Oxford white ebony roast leather. And now, Standard equipment across the top. Options, here we go. Power moonroof, $920. Ford Co-Pilot 360 Assist Plus, $895. Premium package, $2,900. Pricing. Total vehicle MSRP from the factory. Made by Ford in Mexico. Fuel economy estimates. Government crash ratings. Let's take this baby out for a spin. All right, we're heading down the road in this 24 Bronco Sport Badlands. Great visibility out of all the glass with this boxy shape. We have blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, all that jazz in this Bronco Sport. As far as safety, LED lighting up front and LED taillights in the back as well. And of course, we're paying extra for that Ford Co-Pilot 360 Plus, and so we get the pre-collision and all that stuff. But overall, it's set up well as far as that goes. You get a great commanding view of the road. Now, I can't give you the view through the rear view mirror behind the vehicle because there's this big plastic piece up here that blocks the mirror from going too far to the right in order to get it set up in the camera. So I just have it trying to have it move out of the way so you can get a better view from underneath. But the ride, right now we're in normal, feels good. Now we have these mild all-terrain tires on here, I would call them, and they feel pretty good on the road. We got a big, huge sidewall to soak up the bumps, so it does ride nice and soft, nice and comfortable overall on the road in this Bronco Sport. Now, the suspension obviously is set up a little bit different in the Bronco Sport than it is in the Escape, which shares this same platform. So you get a bit of a higher ride, you get a bit of a boxier shape, you get a bit of a more commanding view out of the four corners, two corners of the hood up front, so compared to the Escape. So it does feel a bit different. It does feel a bit more masculine, a little bit more off-roady. Brakes work good. Let me take off. And the 2-liter is a much better experience in here than the 1.5 EcoBoost that are in the lesser expensive trims, like the Big Bend and like the Outer Banks. This 2-liter really gives this thing a nice punch when you want to take off and get down the road. So definitely an upgrade from that 1.5. Now, our turning radius on this Bronco Sport, 18.7 feet, which is a pretty good number for a vehicle with off-road tires on it. We'll wait for this guy to come by and then we'll make the turn. All right, here we go. And around it goes, nice and simple, nice and easy. Let me try to secure my plate in here because we are going to do an acceleration test. I don't want to go flying down the road. So here we go. We are going to put it in manual and we're going to try our paddles. So here we go. And you know what? The paddles are okay on this, I think. Downshifts seem to be a bit better than the upshifts. Definitely more responsive on the downshifts, for sure. We're going to take it out of manual. I don't know how many people are going to go in manual in a Bronco Sport, but the transmission, this 8-speed, shifts better in just regular drive, from what I can feel. The paddles, the way they have that tuned, there's a lag. It's not very responsive with the paddles, I would say, compared to other vehicles I've driven. But it handles the corners pretty well. It's small, it's flickable, it does the job. But the question is, Bronco Sport Badlands with, and this is 44.7. They have another Bronco Sport Badlands on the lot that's 47. So you can even go higher with the Bronco Sport Badlands. But at 44.7, 45, we're already insane money for a Bronco Sport in my view. So the question is the 2-liter EcoBoost, if you're looking at a Bronco Sport, worth 10 grand? Because that's what you're going to do. We saw the Big Bend, the last review, and we were at like 34.4, if I remember right, 34.5. So we're 10 grand more, and is it really worth that extra 10 grand to get the updated engine? Or, you know, are you going to go somewhere else besides the Bronco Sport, because this isn't doing it for you? So let me know, put it in the comments how you feel about it. But I do want to thank Ciocca Ford here in Lawrenceville, New Jersey, for allowing the channel access to this 2024 Ford Bronco Sport Badlands 4x4 for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.